Okay, so Spike, we're going to start off this therapy session by you telling me what you did this week.
Well, I did a lot of things. I snuggled up with my wife quite a bit, like snuggling. I watched this show on Netflix called Black Mirror. It's pretty cool. It got me thinking, though. I have these feelings. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
What kind of feelings, Spike?
It ain't those kind of feelings, brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me like that, all right? It's I got this weird feeling that I'm always on a show. Well, I do a show Monday to Fridays. 7 a.m.
I barely watch, but I'm aware of it.
Okay, I do a show. Spike and the cowbells. Mm-hmm. But I feel like whenever I'm not on the show, I'm still on the show. You know what I mean? It's like the Truman Show, except it's me on the show. It's like the Spike Show, but the Truman Show.
Okay,
you understand?
Okay, so when were you always such a narcissist?
I just think a lot about myself. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing.
I'm sorry. I used the wrong word. When were you always a self-absorbed piece of shit?
And the other thing about me, Doc, is I just feel like everyone's always listening to me and looking to me for answers. Like, oh, Spike, you're the best.
Well,
oh, Spike.
Were you always aware that you are just beyond any shadow of a doubt?
I always knew that people listen to me when I talk. People always knew. People always listened to me when I was a kid. I actually always sounded like this ever since I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying?
You keep interrupting me.
I had a very unique voice. I mean, I actually pay you, Doc, to listen to me. You understand?
You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm d.respect.
He's got a great set of tits. I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
I'm from New York. You know what I mean? We like to eat out here. You
gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. Hold on.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're doing the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. You're listening to Double D's.
I'm Dom.
I'm d.respect. Folks, if you are listening to the Double D's podcast right now, that means you've been listening to us for some time now. The Double D Skitcast has been available since September 1st. It is available in the description below. The Double D Skitcast, for the low price of $9.99, you can have this wonderful bit of, hour-long audio. How long is this Skitcast?
It's, I don't know, 50 minutes?
Yeah, about 50 minutes. About an hour. About as long as the podcast is for the low price of $9.99. That's $1 per skit. It's got 10 skits up on there. Be the first to find out what Anthony Fantano thinks about the Baked Beans album, who Donald Trump has selected as his vice president, who is Kendrick Lamar pimping, and how many graduates have there been for Fuckboy University up to this point? Double D Skitcast. Download it.
Get on up there and dance.
I got to say that skit, I wasn't sure where we were going with that one. I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, it was. It became me like my actual therapy sessions. This is kind of what it felt like.
It came about Spike the solipsist.
Yes.
I mean, it's like I'm the only person who exists. You understand, Doc? I mean, and we're not done. I got more things to say. You just cut me off.
That's Spike with a bit of like a country twang.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I haven't done him in a while.
Where's he from?
Spike is from where every Trump voter is from.
Okay. New York.
Spike probably voted for Trump.
Okay. I can imagine that.
I think Eddie voted for Hillary because his Jigglypuff wife told him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Blogger Chan voted Trump because she's stupid.
always marginalized on the show, Blogger Chan.
Quack, surprisingly, even though we have some secret information about his affiliations by the Skitcast, he actually, I believe he voted Gary Johnson.
Okay.
I heard that. I heard that rumor.
It may have been the marijuana legalization thing.
Yeah. He's a felon, though. I don't know how he got his vote. He actually got a fake ballot.
Hey, yo, check this out, yo. I don't appreciate you putting my business out in the streets, fam. I'm a felon. What you say?
Yo, how did you vote? You know that's illegal, right, Quack?
Now, illegal to do what? What's
You
illegal,
can't
dog?
vote, dude. You've been in jail since you were born, dude.
Hey, yo, check this out, though. Yo, who are you, fam?
I'm Dominic.
Oh, you're Dominic? All right, that's cool. Well, I'm Quack, nigga. And where I come from, I do whatever the fuck I want, nigga. So
Including voting. That's not hard though, dude.
Hey, you know, I went in there. I mailed in my vote, actually. You know what I'm saying?
From jail?
Yo, I got a phone call. Yo, I'm gonna hit you up, dog.
Please don't, Quack.
I hit you up.
I think Julio probably voted for Hillary though, because he doesn't want to get deported.
Well, he's not illegal. He was with you in high school.
Julio's illegal, dude. Don't trust what anyone says. No matter where Julio was born, he was illegal. He's an illegal citizen of this galaxy, of this universe, dude. Julio should not have been born. You understand?
Terrible. Who's marginalized more in the comment section below? Please let us know. Blogger Jan or Julio?
Marginalized.
You don't even know what that means, my nigga.
Kanye
you
looked
don't
up.
even know.
Speaking of being marginalized, I had some Cuban food earlier today, and it wasn't that great, but I pretended like it was because I was on a date. I was like, "This is awesome."
You went on a date like early in the afternoon.
Excuse me. Yeah, I did, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I hung out with this lady, and she wanted to go to this Cuban place. I was like, okay. You know what I will say? I had. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna try and. Damn it! I wish I could. What is pork? How do you say that?
Cerdo.
Oh God, I can't say that. Cerdo.
Okay.
Fritas. Con habichuelas y arroz.
Okay.
You understand?
And what didn't you like?
It was okay. The pork itself was okay. There was a little too many what do you call it? Cebollas on there. You know what I'm
Onions.
saying?
Okay.
Yeah, too many cebollas and.
What's wrong? You can never have too many onions. What are you talking about?
Yes, dude. It's too much. It's like you gotta go
You
easy
can't.
on
There's
your-
no such thing as too much when it comes to
Are you
Caribbean
insane?
food. Caribbean food, it doesn't.
Haitians don't load onions on shit. Sometimes they do with pork,
Well,
but it's
they
optional.
load
You don't put it
something. They
on.
load spices. They load the amount of fucking salt that they pour all over everything. It's excessive. That's what it is. There is
Nah,
no
dude.
such
If
thing
you
as
saw these
too
onions
many.
and you were meant to eat them, that's kind of what bugged me. Is like you knew it was like Haitians put onions as a garnish on their fried pork. It's like the slices, by the way, are so thick on it because like you can't even eat
They
that
also
shit
don't
whole.
wear shoes and have no rights. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but that's basically. There were too many onions, okay, and the yuca was okay, but it was very thin. Like Cubans apparently sliced their yuca super thin. Were you aware of this?
I wasn't aware of that, but I do appreciate it when it's a little thin because when you tend to get those really stemmy.
The monster yucas. The monsters.
Yeah, and you don't know how many stems are in there. It's really uncomfortable when you're biting into it, so I would prefer something that's a little thinner.
How do Dominicans do it? I haven't eaten at a place since that one
Normally,
dude.
it's just cut in half with loads and loads of onions.
You put onions in your yuca? You crazy?
On it. What is it with you and onions? What's the problem?
It's not good. Wait. Okay, just let's nail this down. Boiled yuca, you put onions with it.
Well, because you prepare a sauce that I guess after, I think sometimes after it's boiled, they put it on a pan.
I don't know how I feel about this, dude. Fried yuca, you put onions with that?
Oh God, it's like anything fried should come with onions, except for chicken.
Are you What are you talking about, dude?
Dude, it's just onions just make the flavors pop. Even if you're not going to put it
I'm
on
not
the plate.
saying in the sauce. Every sauce needs onions. Yes, but I'm saying like the way they have long strips of onions just loaded onto my pork dish. A shit ton of them.
Uncooked.
No, they were like fried a little bit for like
al
10
dente?
seconds. Yeah, a little bit.
So what's wrong with that?
There's too many, dude.
What are you too many? What? All right. What else is too excessive about the food? Is there anything else?
They had this rice and beans dish which was good. It reminded me of growing up as a poor Haitian child, so that was pretty good. Yeah, it was just all right. It wasn't that great, and I talked it up. You ever talked up a meal at a date just because you were like, I don't want to be negative?
Right, because it wasn't that good, and we both know it wasn't that good.
but you're just trying. No, it's not about the meal though. It's like you have like a negative quotient in, is that the right word? A negative quota in dates. Like
you can only do but so much. Don't do it too much.
Right, like chill out a little bit, because like like if we had a conversation, like we'd be complaining like for half the conversation and laughing about it, but like it's different with women because you don't want to be. I mean, and for good reason. You don't want to be fucking like a downer, dude. You don't want them to feel bad around you by just fucking shitting on everything, unless they understand that it's like a joke and you're doing it very lighthearted.
Well, if she's an emotional wreck, she'll see it as you being authentic.
You're right.
If she's truly damaged,
everything is shitty. Yeah, but I was like, this meal is great. I wouldn't go back to this place. We should have gone to the Pollo Campero like I wanted to, dude.
And this is what type of food?
Pollo Campero is like a El Salvadorian KFC.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, it's better than KFC, and everyone's getting deported in the back. Like, every 10 people, one person gets deported. That's mean. Why would I say that? And they're always playing bachata, which is just awful.
Yeah.
I'm shitting on Latin American culture today, dog.
Dude, I went to a Dominican restaurant about a month ago, and this is in the heart of Washington Heights. So you figure you would get good service, good food, because it's like you're back home. Yeah. And every time I went to this place, just to pick up food when I was at work, I always sort of got like a shitty vibe from the women that worked there. But this one day, it spilled over.
These are Dominicans, just to like.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are Dominican women. When you go in there, their fucking tits are out, basically. And this is, and mind you, this is like, 1, 2 in the afternoon, and they're like serving people like this. The only thing that they're missing is the hookah. But so I go there, and the special is $7.50. So I get the special with the rice and the beans and the whatever, and I give them $8. And I wait around for my 50 cents because it seems like they don't have quarters. I don't know what happened. So they're standing around, and I'm just like, I'm just like waiting there for my change. I haven't said anything. I'm a very patient individual, regardless of the impression that you get from me here. But I'm standing there, and they're sort of looking at me like I'm stupid. And they're like, yeah, can we help you? And I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for my change. So they kind of give me this attitude like, really, dude?
Did you say it in English or Spanish?
In Spanish. I said, they were kind of like, really, dude? Like, you're going to take your 50 cents? Here's why you don't deserve these 50 cents. Because when you feel like you're entitled to a fucking tip when you're not a bartender, you're not a waitress. They're behind the counter. Technically, you're not a waitress. You know what I'm saying? It's a very small place. You're not bringing plates anywhere. So I'm pretty sure that you are getting paid a living wage. Probably, I don't know what the fuck they get paid, but they're not getting paid $4 an hour.
They're not owed that. They're not owed.
Yeah, you're not getting paid $4 an hour like a waitress is at Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? So when you stand there and you feel like I have to give you a tip, now you're an asshole. And even more, it just further concludes why you shouldn't get a fucking tip. So I went there one more time after, and the ladies remembered me. They remembered me, and the counter is sort of, I'd hate to bring up the counter again because the concept of a counter completely throws you off, as most of our listeners would remember.
Who's behind the counter?
Don't start. Don't you fucking start.
Okay.
So I am a customer, and I walk in. Technically, we're both behind the counter considering where you're stand.
Both behind the counter.
Right. Your vantage point, whatever your vantage point is, yes.
Okay,
you're behind the counter. So it's set up in the way that I'm near the entrance. And I'm waiting for my food to be brought to me. So one of the ladies, she finishes bagging up all the food, and they are at the far right of the whole counter, which is probably, I'd say, 5 yards away from me. And I'm waiting by the cashier so they can bring it over to the cashier and I can pay. So I'm looking at both of them, and they're looking at me like I'm stupid. So then I go over there. I go over to the bag of food, and the one lady grabs it and then passes it to the guy who's at the cashier. And I'm like, why did that just happen? I'm clearly waiting here for the food, and you didn't transfer the food until I moved towards the food.
So it's kind of like monkey in the middle?
Yeah. It's like they were fucking with me. I didn't go back to that place after that.
Did they give you the 50 cents back the first time
Yeah,
you
they
went?
gave me the 50 cents back. I fucking waited for it.
What?
Yeah, I waited for it. Why am I giving you, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why it's It's in the middle of the daytime. You gave me the food. It took you 2 seconds to give me the food. I said, give me the rice, give me that. And just like every other place, just like when you go to a fried chicken spot, you don't give them a fucking tip. You know.
But again, I gotta shit on Caribbean people. They don't have the thing of like the customer is a god.
Yeah.
Like the customer is someone who needs to be pampered and treat them with the utmost respect.
And that's because they get the majority of the people that come into their establishment are people that are of their ilk. They're of their background. So they don't feel like they're running a business. They feel like they're at home. I believe that's the issue.
So it's like you're just a family member, and I can refuse service. But this is just like the Chinese restaurants too.
Exactly.
Like, what I don't get is like, it's like, don't they realize that their business would flourish if they just put in a little more hustle and treated people like just like they weren't cattle? Mm-hmm. Like it would. Like they would dominate the competition because it would be like the other place they'll shit on you for wanting 50 cents, but this place it's like they run up to you with bells on and you fucking need something and they don't run out of beef patties. Yeah. It's like, don't they realize that's I guess that's American capitalism or something like that. And speaking in me, because I mean
their product, they feel, I guess it just sort of sells itself, and it doesn't matter the level of customer service that they give you.
I guess if you were to ask one of these people, it's like, what is your function? It's like, what do you want? Are they just trying to break even? Are they just like, is the owner like, I just want to have a place I can just come bring ladies at night and just bang them out and give them platanos afterwards? Like, is that all?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Is that it? Like, they just want to have a nightclub at night, like a restaurant combination nightclub?
I was in the hospitality business very briefly. I owned.
Meaning you stole from the plantain joint you used to work at.
I cannot confirm or deny that, but it was a Cuban / pizza place and a Chinese spot, and it was the best, man. It was the fucking.
What was the place called?
It was called Julio's Kitchen. So
Julio. It was your place.
It was my place.
Why didn't you say that? You just said you worked at a place.
I worked at I owned it for like maybe we were open for about like 4 days or something like that. OSHA got involved. They made
you said OSHA.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah. Do you even know what that stands for, man?
Oh shit! I'm gonna lose my business. I don't know. I have no clue because that's what happened, So
you must have had like all illegals working. I mean, like, you yourself are illegal.
You're spreading lies. I think Quack is calling me, so I gotta go.
These characters
Julio
always
/ Julio lives. MySpace.
Beat it, filthy degenerate.
New layout. Robin Thicke.
But these businesses, they're only concerned with breaking even, in my opinion. Maybe if everyone pays their rent, they're good. But I guess that's the only good side to this mentality of living I will give them, is that they're not hustle and bustle people. You know what I mean? It's like, you wanted oxtail, I gave it to you.
Because that's how a corporation, I guess, sort of feels like its main purpose is to grow. That's what a corporation has to do. I mean, at my job, there are numbers every day. Something that's referred to as the BLY, which is beat last year. So if we made $2,500 today, last year to this day, our goal is to make $2,501. So that's its goal. There is no Dominican restaurant out there that I would imagine that they have like, well, these are the last year's numbers and we have to outdo this. I guess they just really feel like the product just sells itself. And part of the problem, look, it even happens at my job, where the area is full of a lot of Dominicans, and people come in and they sort of talk to you like you're their fucking cousin, which I totally hate. I despise it. I can't stand it. It makes me fucking
give me an example. What is it?
A guy will come in and he'll be like, "Dímelo, Montro." They just come to you and talk to you like they're your boy.
Wait, is there a touch involved? Is it a
Déjame
shoulder
dejarte
touch?
saber lo que yo necesito hoy. Okay, usted me puede ayudar. Okay, está bien. Okay, de lo mío, vamos. Okay, so when they start to give you, when they approach you like salespeople, They come in and they try to be so, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me like I'm your friend. What do you need, bro? What do you need? Creatine? Look, it's right over here, dude. Just get the fuck out and get your shit. You know?
What is that? What is that? They want a deal, right? That's what it is.
Yes, and this is normally what happens.
You're gonna cut me a break.
Yes. This is what happens. What happens is then when we go off into when we're both behind the counter, right? Remember, when we're both behind the counters, and they don't like a certain price, then they always tend to go,
come on,
just give me a discount, man. Give me a discount. You see, because they still think that they didn't walk into a business. They feel like just because there's somebody of their own that speaks their language, that's it. That is what that binds us. And you will do everything in your power to just not treat me like a customer, but treat me like I'm your brother. And that's great in theory, but that only works in your advantage.
Right. I mean, I guess one could argue that is kind of one getting one over on the other guy. But like, do you think that mentality will ultimately destroy
a business? Yeah.
Not just that, but like our cultures. Like, is that like, do we need to start treating ourselves like I don't fucking know you? Because I mean.
No,
this is kind of in the same realm of like, okay, we have solidarity when things happen, right? Like more solidarity in these groups, right? Like, black and brown groups have more solidarity than like Italians. Like they're not, they don't have that same bond or like this idea of like, oh yeah, I can just dap up any fucking Italian dude. You know what I'm saying? But like, is that like, do we need to grow that mentality of sort of like, I'm not your fucking cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like when is that boundary supposed to be laid out?
There's a time and place for everything. I have no problem with somebody approaching me like that if they just so happen to randomly speak to me on the train or on the street. That doesn't matter to me. But the thing is that I'm cynical about it because I know how this ends because it happens 90% of the time. The guy that comes in there and plays that whole game is the same guy that ends up thinking that he can somehow artificially build a bond between us in a matter of 10 minutes.
And he'll bring his friend in to try and get a discount too or some shit.
It's disgusting. There's a time and a place for it. Not that I don't think that it's bad to find kinship with somebody who is who's of your background. That's great. I think nationalism is great in theory, but it never looks good. It's like, to me, it's like the concept of a successful person. In theory, it's great, but a successful person is not kind to themselves. You know what I'm saying? You work and you work and you work and you bust your ass, you obsess yourself over it. So it doesn't look great. You're doing something great, but, Walt Disney had like several fucking heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so... it's or was it bankruptcies? One of the two.
There's a big difference.
Big difference. But you understand what I mean. So I just think in theory it sounds so great, but when you see it when it's happening, it's total chaos. It's total chaos, and it's just, I think it hinders us from taking each other seriously beyond what we would see ourselves to be. So if you are walking into an establishment, you see another Dominican, it's like you always see him as one of your own. When it's like, this is one of the reason why I think people tend to not take. I mean, this is like colorism shit. This is like if you see a white guy in a suit delivering the news, you'll take him more seriously than if it was an Indian guy or a black guy, because we tend to just see each other through flags other than just looking at the person for what they're doing. What's their thought process? What are they trying to accomplish? It's like, no, I'm dealing with a Dominican person. No, you're dealing with a person who just so happens to be Dominican and he's working here. But if you keep judging people and approaching people, assuming that they're all like you because you all have the same flag, I think it totally just makes you a one-note person, in my opinion. It just makes you just one note. You just sort of coast through life, and it's just like, I define myself as being this nationality.
And one guy who was dealing with this at a very high level was Chappelle, and I think he's going to go down as pretty much an entertainment legend because I think he got whatever happened up in that boardroom was in the intersection of like, what are people seeing me do? Mm-hmm. versus like I'm super successful, but like what are they seeing when they look at me? And from my perspective, it seems like it might have tortured him, or he just wasn't willing to take what happened next. Because I think he saw the writing on the wall, and he probably saw that something bad was going to come.
He never described, did he, what he was actually doing when he got that awkward. But what Dom just implied to you guys, if most of you guys aren't familiar with this, when Dave Chappelle had decided to not renegotiate his contract, to re-sign his contract to continue the Chappelle show, he before he left to Africa, he described this one awkward incident where he was on set and he was performing a sketch or something, and he felt an awkward laughter from somebody who was in the production board or behind the cameras, a laugh that didn't sound right to him. It sounded like he was being laughed at rather than laughed with. But he never did describe what he was doing, right?
From my interpretation is that that's one of many, dude. It wasn't gonna be one. Dude's just a fucking comedian, and he's heard people laugh at him and at his jokes all his fucking life. So I think it wasn't just that. I think he said in the James Lipton interview, I remember him saying something like, "I was in a boardroom with these guys," and like, correct me if I'm getting this wrong. It's been a while since I saw the James Lipton interview, but he's like, "I was in a boardroom with these guys. They offered me a lot of money, but I wasn't sure what was happening, and like thus Africa." He said something like that.
Yeah,
I might be completely butchering that, but that was one of the best. That was one of the best inside the Actors Studio.
A lot of people thought that was Illuminati stuff.
I love watching those documentaries. I don't know why. There's something about a guy who researched, like, put hours and hours of research into some shit that's just complete bullshit. But like, he says it with such confidence, like, Rihanna, clearly here she is fighting 7 rapist Rain Men. Like, dude, like, what are you doing, man? This is after he finished jerking to the video, and he's like, "Oh, clearly this is bad. Let me prove why this is bad."
Right, like, Cheetos all over his fucking
Cheetos. Oh, this is not good. I have to make sure the kids don't see this. It's okay for me to jerk too, but like, come on, motherfucker. And he's like, "Oh, we have Bill Cosby and they called them the Black Knights. Bill Cosby and Oprah and some other people didn't want him to keep doing Tyrone Biggums and what's the name of the racist guy, the black white supremacist?
Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby. Yeah, like whatever. But he recently, I mean, in a big turn of events, he did the monologue for SNL after Trump was elected.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Sorry, not just the monologue. He was the guest host, so he did a bunch of skits. I gotta say, the Hillary cold open with the Leonard Cohen Hallelujah was cringy to me. Like,
the Leonard Cohen open of Hallelujah?
Leonard Cohen did the song Hallelujah.
Okay.
And he died recently. So I understand them making a tribute, but like them making Hillary Kate McKinnon as Hillary singing it was like.
Oh, okay, that's the one that had the piano and the
yes.
Okay, and I just never clicked that one. Got you.
Right, but they had Kate McKinnon doing it as Hillary, and it was like, okay, so are they saying that she's sad that she lost the presidency, and they're trying to do a Leonard Cohen tribute? And I mean, her singing is great and everything, but I guess it's the Hillary shit that annoyed me. It's like, are we gonna like? It's like, oh, it's so sad, it's so sad. Let's have her sing Hallelujah. Ugh, God, do we need to do this? Like, Chappelle's monologue did everything it needed to. It was funny, and it was like the most serious shit possible, and it was like a good perspective, I think. Again, while being funny, which SNL is supposed to be, and it's like
not be preachy but funny.
Yeah, and his stuff at the end, it wasn't even preachy. He was just kind of saying how he felt about it. But I mean, like, what did you think about his monologue?
I only saw it once. I was very drunk at the time when I saw it, because this was after the UFC fights. I was watching UFC 205.
Who won between Young Jacek and the other chick?
What are you asking about? The women fights? I don't know. I went to take a piss. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I believe Joanna Young Jacek. I can't pronounce her name. I don't remember much from his monologue other than what he said at the end, which is pretty fair. When he said, "Let's give him a chance, and hopefully he'll give us a chance."
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most important thing, and it's been the sentiment of most people on the left, most logical people, I guess, on the left, which you would have to assume, Obama would have to be one of those people where he'd have to say like, hey, let's see where it goes.
That's his job, dude. He can't say fuck this nigga on TV.
Yeah,
it's his job. He has a duty.
Was that Joe Biden can be an asshole? It's Joe Biden's job too, but he doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Did you see what Joe Biden was doing when
he crossed himself?
Yeah, he's like, let's hope, and then when Obama
Biden gives a give a fuck
because he knows nobody's looking at him, nobody's watching him. I get that, I understand that, but he can do whatever the fuck he wants. There's just no fucks given on his part. But yeah, I think that was a pretty fair way to put it. I think the sketch to me that was just genius was that election night sketch. The one with Chris Rock. So what you had Dave Chappelle was the only black person in a room full of white Hillary supporters, but very, very, very optimistic millennials who, they got Hillary all up on the walls. And I love the detail in this sketch. So in the sketch, as these white characters were telling each other before the election, they're like, well, my cousin from the Huffington Post tells me that blah, 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 blah. And then another person says, well, my brother-in-law that works for CBS. So it's very well-meaning liberal people that come from probably very upper to middle class families. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they laid everything out. And SNL just occasionally does well-written stuff like this. And then it's Dave Chappelle at the center of all of it. And they're so optimistic that Dave Chappelle says, hey, just remember, it's a big country. It's a big country. Just sort of letting you know, guys, don't be so optimistic. I'm black. This country has failed me and my people before, and just be careful. So obviously, as the night progresses, it's like, oh, okay, he took Pennsylvania. Oh, okay, he took Florida, but he's not gonna get Ohio. And then eventually it gets to the point where they lose, and that the whole point of it is Dave Chappelle, and at the end, Chris Rock comes in, and they basically they're laughing at their friends, which you're just like, this is the most horrible thing that's ever happened, and they're like, guys, it's good that you guys can view the world from our perspective. Sometimes it's good that you can view it. Although I always will say that I don't necessarily agree with that. Trump equals presidency equals racism. I don't go with that. But the narrative that they were going for was that, and
sometimes I think it's just funny to see people crying and be really upset. I heard Burr say that the other day, Bill Burr, and I was like, God, he is so spot on. Even though I think it's shitty that Trump won. It's just, there's something to me about like knowing that some people are really like too upset. Mm-hmm. Even people who it's like their lives aren't going to be, it's like my shit would get wrecked harder than theirs. You know what I mean? And it's like, and they're like more upset than me. There's just something funny about that kind of where it's like, oh Jesus, and that's borderline identity politics. I know, but it's like, I flip flop. I've been going through these cycles of like, I have a normal day, and then like 2 hours normal, and then there'll be a 10-minute stretch where I'm like, oh shit, I forgot he won. But yeah, anyway, I digress. The tribe named Quest. A tribe referred to as Quest,
formerly known as Quest. Yeah. They performed. They
performed. Dude, you hated it.
No. I love We the People. I haven't heard the album, but I love that record. All of you black folks, you must go. Love it. I understand that a fallen comrade is a sad thing, but I think that was just an awkward. That was a very awkward performance when they performed We the People and they rolled out Phife Dawg on
a piece of paper,
on a sheet, on a quilt or something.
That drawing was tight though.
Yeah, they put his face on a quilt or something, and he had a body, and it wasn't so much as that. It was just the part where they started to sort of perform with it in the same way that Snoop Dogg and Dre were performing with that Tupac hologram.
Right.
Remember that? What? Yeah. By the way, whatever happened to that? Why wasn't that recreated again and again
Because it was some dog shit. That's why people kept talking about how cool it was. It's some shit, dude. And the Chief Keef hologram was some shit too. It sucks. And we kept talking about have you seen the hologram? Have you seen it? It's some shit, dude.
What the fuck is up, Coachella?
I'm dead, my nigga.
Oh my God! Way to
DMX.
milk it, guys. Way to milk his estate.
Dead.
So
then
you
people would
didn't.
cheer.
So okay. So the minute that you saw the hologram, you thought it was shit because it looked bad, or was it the concept of having a hologram on stage?
I think it's both. It's just both. It's like, what are you doing, man? This motherfucker is like, it's like, it's so obvious. Like they just didn't want to do it. Like, and like, who did the voice? You know what I mean? It's just corny as shit. Like,
It was Tupac. It was Tupac.
Can he just
I
be
thought
dead?
That was obvious.
Wait, they got a voice. Wait, he played Coachella before?
No, never.
That's what I'm saying. Who was the voice?
I know
then?
I'm fucking with you. It was a Pac. I don't know.
I believed you for a second. It's like, was it really? Is this this Illuminati point two? No, it was just corny as shit. Because it's like, can he just be dead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are people allowed to just die anymore? You keep just fucking resurrecting him and trying to make posthumous albums and stuff. Like, just fucking let him be dead. It's like, oh, he's back. It's like, you motherfuckers are lazy as shit, dude.
He's back and he's a cartoon basically because he's not gonna wear a shirt. He's just gonna wear his boxers. His boxers are gonna be showing. He's got big baggy jeans and he's got Timbs on. So he's basically the Tupac starter kit.
You know what I would have done if I was in charge of that hologram?
What?
I would have had him show up.
I would have Neil Gaiman show a projection of Yurigoshu Hamagasha's Midnight Fire, which was a graphic novel that was constructed in the middle of the Civil War, just right at the center.
And then Civil War. Go on, please. Yeah, tell me about
at the very center of it all was Neil Gaiman constructing this new Hirogoshi Yagashama.
I like how your impression of me is me talking about books and shit that you don't like shit that you don't know about.
It's right. It's like
I
Gumbo.
read books.
I throw it all in.
Look at me, graphic novels and books.
No. Sorry, graphic novels aren't books, sir. I'm sorry. They're books. They're books for dweebs. Those aren't.
Don't say
books.
graphic novel. Just say comic book. First off.
Wait. What's a comic book?
I don't say. I'm
standing up for the art
I
community.
don't have the time to educate you. Okay. No, basically, graphic novels are a way for people to fucking talk about, like, try and make themselves not say comic book. They want to feel fancier by saying graphic novels, but it's not. It's a fucking comic book. Okay.
They're all comic books.
They're all comic books. The only exception I will give is if you think about, I'm about to do your impression right now. Okay. God damn it! You look at a book like
Jim
Asterios.
Florentine, go right ahead.
You look at a book called like a Asterios Polyp. You look at Asterios Polyp.
Okay.
That's a book. That's a graphic novel. It's big. Yeah. It's a big book. It's not serialized.
Okay.
You understand?
That's cool.
It's not like those fucking comic books that kids read.
This sounds nothing like. It's like we've done this before. It's terrible.
You can't do it though.
Huh?
All right. You can't do them though.
I can't do it. Of course I can do myself.
Then do them then.
Excuse me?
Then do them.
Okay. Hey, what's up? I'm D.respect. Like it's me.
Oh, you suck. Shut up.
He's a nothing like the
I
man.
bodied you, dude. None of these kids know Jim Florentine, so we can't fucking have a discussion about it.
Oh, wait a minute. You actually think you could do a better Jim Florentine than me?
I just did
Get
it.
the fuck out of here.
I just did it.
We've done this. We've been through this before, rap bro.
Nah, dog. I just beat you, dog.
Oh, God.
I just beat you, Slam. You feel me?
Here's Jim Florentine, okay? I'm sorry. Guys, we'll get back to the Tribe Called Quest. I'm sorry, but I gotta wreck this fool. So you walk on into Coachella. Then you got Coachella over there, and then you got Tupac Shakur. Guy's been dead for like 7, 8, 9 years or something like that. I don't know if that's accurate, but it's totally fucking stupid because he goes up there and they got a fucking hologram and shit, a fucking Hirogoshi Yagashama and fucking Neil Gaiman. I mean, who the fuck is that anyway? See? You see the similarity?
Your voice isn't deep enough. Nah.
It's not deep enough, but I got the cadence, motherfucker.
Nah, dude, your voice not deep enough. Everything's negated.
Okay.
But wait.
So you didn't feel that was awkward? You didn't feel it was awkward when they started pointing at Fife?
I think they should have used the video. Obviously not a hologram, but like I think they should have used the video, something moving, to have something that's stationary. Then again, you don't know the story. It could be something that Five Dog's son drew or some shit. You don't know.
Look, I am totally aware of the significance of the situation that it's a big deal for Tribe Called Quest to perform on SNL simply because they are a I mean, you know, a Tribe Called Quest is such an old group that you would think that they would be banned to obscurity of just like just hip hop headism, you know, like that's where they would exist. And the fact that they're on SNL, that's big. So I get it on this big stage. Even if the crowd doesn't get it, it's not about the crowd. It's about you, Fife, and you getting your shit. I get it, but it's just the moment that they turned around as Fife was spitting his verse. It's just, that's weird to me. They were just like, yeah. That's me nitpicking, but I just felt it was weird. I was just like,
I do think a video would have been, and they didn't even have good lighting on the drawing. I think that's my main problem is like if they had done some shit where it's like they cut all the light in the studio and just like lit up that drawing or something, that would have been a different effect. You know, we're talking about the visuals basically. Mm-hmm. I don't think they really. I remember it being very dim. Excuse me. Do you remember when they start pointing the mic at it? Everything just seemed very dim to me. Like they should have had more like some crazy lights or some, or a video of him behind the drawing or something like that. Or even
they'll go all out for a bigger act. I mean, did you see Drake perform? I thought this was perfect. Did you see Drake perform Hype on SNL?
No.
That was the set was really cool. Like just the way he was.
They don't have money. You're telling me Tribe Called Quest doesn't have money, dude?
No, I'm sure I don't think that doesn't come out of their budget or anything like that. Does it? I mean,
I don't know how this shit works.
No, they're not. No. It's just the subtlety of what they did. You know, when Drake was coming in, and it was just like themed to his album because it was, it was snowing when he came in, and you know that Views from the Six basically, Views had a 4 season sort of theme. You know, had a summer, had a fall, had everything, and Hype was sort of the winter season. So there was snow coming down. So there was more thought put into those visuals, I guess. I don't know about the lighting.
Lighting is so important.
I don't know about the lighting.
It's major key, dude.
I didn't. Oh, is it major?
It's a major key, dude.
How major?
It's a major key, dude.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a major key, dude.
I just didn't think that the lighting was weird. Whatever. It's not something that.
It's a major key.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, let it be a major key. Okay, so. So you felt that sketch that he did where he was a lot of his characters, not all of his characters.
Yeah, with Negan from The Walking Dead.
Did you feel that was good, dude?
It was okay. It was all right. It was just it was propelled by the fact that it was like I never thought I'd see Tyrone Biggums again. Then again, the white dude made me laugh a lot. Like that white guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He made me laugh the most.
It was great to see that it was pretty much like an homage to the Chappelle show because he was wasn't he explaining the sketches before they did them?
I don't remember. I didn't watch the
whole show. He did that for a few of them. He did that for a few of them. So that's interesting that they changed their entire format for Dave.
That's how big he is, man. And his show is way better than
theirs. Yeah, way better than
on their fucking best day.
Right. Well, let's not say that because SNL in its prime, I'm sure it was great for a lot of people, but that was before. When was
SNL in its prime? What, like
80s maybe?
Chris Rock?
Wasn't it the 80s?
Some of those sketches are some shit, dude. Like Steve Martin.
Oh, I'm not saying me personally. I'm not saying how I feel about this personally. I'm saying that SNL's like its prime was around like the late 80s, right? Late 80s, early 90s?
Maybe when Sandler and Farley were doing it, maybe.
Right.
And Chris Rock was even in there at that time. But if you look at Chris Rock's
Will Ferrell
his interviews,
there.
Yeah, but Chris Rock will say like he wasn't really getting that many sketches, and like they weren't treating him like a top cast member. Apparently, it was just like it was different for him. I can't wait for his next special, dude.
Really?
Dude, he got a divorce, man. Do you know what's gonna come out of him?
That's right.
You know what's it's gonna bing, 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 dude. I'm telling you, he's gonna slay, man.
Man, there are several Chris Rock quotes that I tend to really live by. There's a few of them that I trust.
You need that good jerk.
you like that bit?
I love
good
it.
Jerk.
You need that good jerk.
There's two of them that are really good, and my favorite one is with regard to men and cheating and everything. And he goes, when it comes to pussy, men can only run but so far. It's like when pussy's chasing us, we can't run that fast. That is brilliant because
That's
it's
Patrice.
true.
You're only as faithful as your options.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's-
Is that how he
But,
worded
but
that?
Patrice's though is just like it's poetic. It's like you're only. It's like anyone who would talk shit about Tiger Woods. It's like, dude, have you had 70 tens blowing up your phone? You're talking about how you're faithful to your girl, dude. Like, have you ever like remotely, dude? Like you've not had any of that.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be like. Do you know what it would be like for me? It would be. You've seen I Am Legend, right?
Yeah.
It would be me, like putting my back against the door, and like it's like, come out, Neville. Come out, Neville. Like, dude, come on, dude. I could only last. No.
And the second one is this one is it's just as silly. There are 3 women when it comes to sucking dick. The first woman, they don't give head. Bye. The second woman gives you just enough head to keep you shut. And the third is a woman that just nothing more than it just suck dick. Just thank you. You
It's
make
like
the
your
world
body
a better
is.
place.
Those are the true champions of like the women who it's like. It doesn't matter that you're there. There's something beautiful about that.
Yes.
That level is like godlike.
Yeah.
When you're like, holy shit, she is like not even thinking about me.
Yeah, this
And
is
it's
not about
amazing.
me. This is not about my penis.
And it's not like,
It just-
are you enjoying this? Don't look at me.
right. It just,
I have like half
just
a mask
ham
on.
it
Like,
away. Just
I'm like Phantom of the Opera. Don't look at me. Continue. But that level where it's just like, oh, she needs this, dude. And if it's not me, it would have been like a million other people. There's something about that. Like, wow, she is some trash. It's great. And it's great when they know it too. And they can be open about it. It's great.
See,
It's great. It's
See,
tremendous.
now you're going off the rails.
I like it,
when
dude.
they know it. This is the same emotionally damaged girl who I told you before. She
Nah, dog, chill out, dog.
she
I'm saying,
appreciates the fuckery. Or else
How about
she just ignores
you
it.
be sensitive to my preferences, dude?
Okay. I can see that. I see.
How about you be more of an ally to me?
Okay.
If you're a Dom ally, let me know in the comment section.
No, please.
By
do
putting
not.
a winky face.
The
Don't
Do-
say you're a Dom ally, but just put a winky face in the comments if you're my ally in my sexual preferences. Thank you.
Dominant is white girls.
Don't say
Dominant is many
Don't ever say-
options. I'm sorry.
And you know what? A girl that I've been with recently saw that on a video, and she's like, I thought it was funny, and I was like, you sons of bitches! If I swear to God, if I lose out because a girl saw that meme, I'm gonna fucking kill all of you. It's starting with d.respect.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna hang you.
Well, he's threatened me live on the radio wave. So okay, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna hang you by your own balls, like this guy in a vlog I had.
They're gonna play that in court, sir.
I'm gonna hang him by his own nut.
Everyone's
And
listening
the
in
jury-
court. I'm dead now. The jury's just listening to my poor fucking.
No, you're
soulless
actually not
voice.
dead. You know why? Because they bought out your hologram.
Ah,
They bought out a hologram with d.respect. Call back, nigga.
nice callback.
And-
good callback. Good shit.
And you're holding a plate of yuca with too many onions on it, and then I proceed to blast your fucking hologram.
All right, episode's
right?
getting a bit too meta. Okay.
Nah, dude.
So you believe that if you were in a relationship with a woman, if you're getting like constant text messages and constant just like attention from women just over and over and over again, do you
Gotta
believe
work out a deal.
you have a biological reaction to this that you have to give into it?
You have it anyway. I'm not saying you have to give into it, but I think you're fighting against it every day. You would be fighting against that to not be a piece of garbage. And I think in an ideal I'm still trying to work this out, okay? I don't know if I could be in an open relationship, but I also know that I'm really not good at long-term relationships and like committed monogamous stuff. And I don't really get jealous. And maybe that's because I don't really care about I'm not going to say that. Whew, okay,
Could
I
be.
got to chill. No, it may be because geez. I really got to be careful what I'm going to say. I've not wanted to be in a monogamous relationship. Let me just put it out there. And maybe I'm one of those people where it's like, look, man, I'm just going to be doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing some stuff on the side, but we're going to be open about it. I'm going to do my thing. Whatever. Dog. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people could benefit from that. I think it's ideal. I don't know if it would work because, I mean, if I did meet a woman who I liked a lot and I knew that she was banging other dudes, I think that might fuck me up. I think I'd get really pissed. Turn her into a
Met a woman
hologram
that
if
you
you know
like
what I'm
and she was
saying.
banging a lot of dudes.
Right, and I wanted to be with her, but I also didn't want it. You know what I mean? Like that's a classic man dilemma, dude. It's a classic one.
I mean, but how would that be approached, I guess? I mean, would that sort of be approached in a way where I can't be with her, or is it just up to me to put my, line in the sand? And
I think you have to be fair. I think because
that won't necessarily work when you're dealing with a wild with a wild person. When you're dealing with
is
a
she,
wild
a
person.
horse?
Huh?
What is she? Fucking.
I said wild person. I didn't say a wild woman.
I think you'd have to just be fucking honest about like this is something that I'm gonna want every once in a while, and you basically maybe find someone who's okay being included in it, or just what most people who end up being swingers or some shit end up doing is like they're normal and they're monogamous for like 5 to 10 years. That sounds like a lot of time. That scares me when I say it. But they're monogamous for a really long time. And then it's like, okay, we have this foundation. So now I can
No
go do
one
what
knows you like I know you. No one knows your body the way I do. So I'm okay to share it.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's like no one knows how I like to have sour cream put on my toes.
Right.
I didn't just leave it on there, dog.
Said
You know what I'm
every
saying?
Trump supporter.
You put the sour cream on my toes. You lick it off. Melania is about to be the hottest first lady ever.
No, she's
okay?
not. No, she's not. I would fuck Michelle Obama so many ways before I'd even consider Melania. Melania looks so plastic.
I mean, yeah.
Have you ever seen the ass on Michelle Obama? You ever seen that?
Of course I have.
That she's just not going to
you
sexify
know-
herself.
you know who I'll
I don't
take
think she's
over?
sexy. I think she's very elegant.
Michelle Obama, I want her to rub my back. And tell me it's okay. No, you know who I'll take over Michelle Obama, dude? All of y'all, if you talk shit to me, you're gonna get blasted.
Okay.
Malia.
Who?
The daughter, dude.
Oh, Malia. Dude, how old is she?
Wait, I'm talking about the older one, dude.
The
not
older
younger
one is, how old is she, like 18?
Dude, she's like 18. I'm about to get in trouble, dude.
We revisit her every few months. Like, we Google
we
her.
just send. This is me and d.respect's relationship is just sending pictures of Malia Obama back and forth to each other.
That's how we communicate with each other.
Yeah, Malia is. Oh my God, she's tall. Dude, she's 18, dog. I'm okay. Okay, son. Dude, guess how tall she is.
When you type in Malia Obama, the very next thing
Ass.
that Google sends to
Body.
you is age. That's the first one. Age, height, college, Harvard.
Dog, she has those long Ethiopian legs, dude. You kidding me? Dude, guess how tall she is.
6'1".
Okay.
You think I didn't Google her?
Ew, dude. You're fucking pervert,
You
dog.
think I didn't when I did?
You fucking Yeah, but she's a very nice, lovely lady. Do you think Joey Badass fucked her?
Oh, that was a rumor at one point, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck would I know? Just because she wore a shirt?
Dude, that means he was smashing.
That's what that means.
Yeah, man. That's what it means. You wear my shirt, I'm smashing.
I guess that helped him out, huh?
Yeah.
That don't.
He probably didn't, and he just told all his friends that he did. Yeah, you fucking loser.
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for that contribution. But yeah,
Don't say that. It's
She'll,
gonna
she'll
come
be
back
the
out.
sexiest one. Yes, she'll be the sexiest of all of them. And people will hold her nude pictures against her. They'll definitely do that.
Them nudes. Them nude Melania. I got them.
Okay. Where do you have them stored, sir?
I got them nudes of Melania somewhere in my bedroom.
We're in your bedroom.
Yep. Right under my bed, right next to my taters.
Right next to your taters. What's next to your tater? Would you happen to have a sling blade there?
Nope. I got a graphic novel from Neil Gaiman.
Who was it written by?
Heroku.
Heroku. Okay. And it was drawings, illustrations were...
I can't read.
Fucking Sling Blade. Did you watched Fargo, right?
Yes.
The first season?
Yes,
The
I
Billy
did.
Bob Thornton?
Yeah.
He's an underrated actor. Mm-hmm. People don't know. Bad Santa 2 is coming out actually this year.
Yeah, I don't think that's gives you any scope of his acting ability though.
Yes, but I'm saying you're tangentially whatever. But he is an awesome actor. Are you going to see Bad Santa 2? That's what I've been wanting to ask. Okay, this is what the podcast has culminated up to. 160 what 768? Was it 168?
You guys, you've been waiting. You've been listening to this whole podcast now just to find out if I'm gonna watch Bad Santa 2.
Yeah, man.
I'd like to thank everybody who came out. I'd like to thank Dom. I'd like to thank
All right, man.
Spike. I'd like to thank Julio, Quack, and all the broken dicks that have shown up. And my
Yeah, dude.
announcement is simply
Woo!
that we're gonna build a huge wall around the movie theater.
All
Build.
right.
It's gonna be the huge, most enormous wall
All
you've
right.
ever seen. Because the Lowe's, they manipulate their ticket prices, and we're gonna take care of Lowe's. We're gonna handle it. Okay. Can I get
All right.
Can
All
I get a
right.
Let's Make This Double D's podcast great again? Can I get one of those?